Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're discovering the fascinating history of 1 cent coin. Let's start the video.
At first glance, the 1985 1 cent coin, the humble penny, might seem like just another piece of pocket change. But look a little closer, and you'll find that even this small copper-plated disc carries a story of American history, economics, and identity. It's more than just a cent. It's a time capsule from the mid-1980s, a reflection of a nation in transition, and a continuation of a design that has endured for over a century. Chapter 1. A penny with a long legacy. The Lincoln cent first appeared in 1909, commemorating the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first American coin to feature a real person. For decades, the Lincoln penny carried wheat stalks on its reverse, symbols of prosperity. But in 1959, on the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth, the reverse was changed to the Lincoln Memorial. And so, by 1985, the penny was already a familiar face in every American's wallet, carrying a design Americans had known for generations. Chapter 2. The year 1985. Context. 1985 was a year of contrasts. Ronald Reagan was president. The Cold War was still in full swing, and the world was buzzing with change. Personal computers were entering homes. Michael Jordan was redefining basketball, and pop culture was dominated by movies like Back to the Future. Amid all this, the US Mint quietly produced over 13 billion pennies. Think about that for a second. Billions of tiny copper-plated coins, each stamped with Lincoln's face, circulating through the pockets, purses, and piggy banks of America. Chapter 3. A change in metal. But the 1985 penny wasn't exactly the same as the pennies of old. Just a few years earlier, in 1982, the US Mint made a major change. For most of the 20th century, pennies were struck in a bronze alloy, 95%, copper and 5% tin and zinc. But as copper prices rose, the value of the metal inside the coin began to approach, and sometimes exceed, its face value. Producing pennies was becoming too costly. So in 1982, the mint switched. The penny became a zinc core with just a thin copper plating, 97.5% zinc, 2.5% copper. By 1985, all circulating 1 cent coins were made with this cheaper composition. If you hold a 1985 penny, you're holding part of that shift, a coin that looks like solid copper, but isn't. Chapter 4. The design. On the obverse, or front, we see Victor David Brenner's iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, first engraved back in 1909. Above him, the motto "I in God we trust." To the left, the word "liberty." And to the right, the date, 1985. Just below Lincoln's shoulder, the designer's initials, VDB. On the reverse, the Lincoln Memorial stands proudly in the center. If you look closely with a magnifying glass, you can actually see a tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside the memorial. Above, United States of America. Below, 1 cent. And wrapping around, E pluribus unum, out of many, one. It's a design that connected Lincoln, the man, with the monument built in his honor. Chapter 5. Mint marks and mintage. Not all 1985 pennies are the same. They were struck at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. A Philadelphia produced over 5.6 billion pennies. And, as usual, they carry no mint mark. A Denver struck over 5.2 billion, identified by the small d beneath the date. Air and San Francisco minted about 3 million proof coins, with the S mint mark, special coins made for collectors, not circulation. So while billions of 1985 pennies passed through everyday transactions, buying candy bars, paying tolls, rattling in coin jars, millions more were carefully preserved in proof sets, shining reminders of minting precision. Chapter 6. Collectability and errors. Now, you might be wondering, what makes a 1985 penny valuable? After all, most are still only worth face value. But like many modern coins, errors and condition can make all the difference. Collectors prize error coins, off-center strikes, double dies, or misaligned designs. For example, a 1985 penny struck far off-center might sell for several dollars, sometimes even more, and coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, especially those graded at the highest levels, can fetch higher prices among collectors. It's a reminder that even among billions of coins, imperfections can make one stand out. Chapter 7. The penny in debate. But by 1985, and even more so today, the penny faced a question of survival. As inflation eroded its purchasing power, some argued that the 1-cent coin had outlived its usefulness. After all, what could a penny buy in the 1980s? A single piece of gum, maybe, but even that was fading. Yet the penny endured. It's sentimental, tied to childhood piggy banks, to the tradition of a penny for your thoughts, and even to Lincoln himself. Eliminating it, many believed, would be like erasing a part of American culture. Chapter 8. A coin of its time. The 1985 penny is more than just a coin. It's a product of its time, a time when the US Mint was grappling with rising costs, when the nation was in the midst of cultural and political change, and when Lincoln's image remained a symbol of unity and resilience. Today, millions of these coins still circulate. Most go unnoticed, passed quickly in change, dropped into jars, or lost between couch cushions. But each one carries a story, of history, of design, and of the people who used it. So the next time you find a 1985 penny, pause for a moment. Hold it in your hand. It may only be worth 1 cent, but its story is priceless, a small piece of metal, carrying the weight of American history. The 1985 1-cent coin, more than just pocket change. See you next time. Thanks for watching.